Good morning, Colonel Bai. We're living in a strange world these days. It's a world filled with uncertainty, with questions and fears about what waits around the corner, and the expectation that we all make a number of sacrifices for the good of everyone. But the message throughout this pandemic has been clear. Through cooperation and a focus on the well-being of others, we will get through this together. In the darkest days of World War II, you could hear that same sentiment shared by our community's leaders. Canadians, young and old, saw that their way of life was being threatened by a powerful force in a faraway land. Thousands of young people, not much older than you, enlisted in military service. They traveled to Europe, Africa, and Asia, and served alongside allies from all over the world. Many lost their lives, many suffered physical and emotional injury, and everyone recognized the significance of their efforts in the pursuit of peace and freedom. Canadian soldiers have also served in other parts of the world to protect freedom and promote peace, whether it was in Afghanistan, the Persian Gulf, Korea, or South Africa. Our soldiers and peacekeepers have given of themselves so that others may live a better life. While we continue to enjoy peace in Canada, we must never forget the sacrifices of those who served and lost loved ones. Remembrance Day must remain a sacred day for all Canadians, a day when we honor and remember the fallen and acknowledge those who continue to serve our country in the interest of peace and freedom. Remembrance should be a year-long commitment, but today is our official day of remembrance. I encourage you to spend some time reflecting on the sacrifices you are making to keep everyone safe. Compare those sacrifices to those of Canada's soldiers who said goodbye to their families and their homes, forfeited their education, and experienced grave injury or loss of life, all so that we can live in the Canada that we enjoy today. When you have a chance today, or in the coming days, thank a veteran, thank a peacekeeper, thank an RCMP officer. I know I will. Thank you.
Heaven can wait, and a band of angels wrapped up in my heart will take me through the lonely night, through the cold of the day. And I know heaven can wait, and all the gods come down here just to sing for me. And the melody's gonna make me fly without pain, without fear. Give me all of your dreams and let me go along on your way. Give me all of your prayers to sing, and I'll turn the night into the sky, light of day. I've got a taste of paradise, and nothing's gonna let it slip away. I got a taste of paradise. If I had it any sooner, you know I never would have run away from my home. Heaven can wait, and all I've got is time until the end of time. I won't look back, I won't look back. Let the altar shine.
11th is the day we commemorate those who sacrificed so much in the name of peace. As a 16-year-old, I've never had to work for my freedom, as it's been provided to me by the difficult decisions made by those decades ago. With that being said, I've seen the impact of colonialism and the injustices of war on my family as Ukrainian immigrants. This is what continues to push me as a Vimy Foundation ambassador and one of 20 Canadian youth that received the Family Pilgrimage Award. My work over the last year has included researching Lieutenant Dorney Adams and working on a formal presentation on the French colonies and their important contributions to the First World War. Dorney was born here in 1895 and worked as a journalist and poet in the downtown area. His talents and attention to detail carried over to the battlefield as he worked as a signalman. In April of last year, I was due to present a biography and poem at his gravesite in Normandy. Through these incredible opportunities, I've gained a greater appreciation for efforts being taken to preserve history. So, I encourage you over the following months to reflect on the similarities between today and a century ago, because it allows us to learn from the lessons of history.